Children, third question, find an irrational number between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. Irrational number between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. How to find irrational number between these two? First, you have to convert these two fractions into decimal form. 5 by 7 in the decimal form. See, observe this division. 5 by 7 is equal to 0.714285 bar, and 7 by 9 after converting into decimal form it becomes 0.7 bar. Okay children, so in between these two, what is the irrational number? See, this is 0.71, okay, and this is 0.77. So in between irrational number 0.72, 723, 7234, like that, and so on. This is an irrational number between 0.71 and 0.77. It means it is in between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. Okay children, understood? Like that, 0.74, 700 dash dash dash. Like this, you can write many irrational numbers between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. How many more there may be? So many, infinitely irrational numbers between these two rational numbers. Okay children. Next, fourth question. Find two irrational numbers between 0.7 and 0.77. 0.7 and 0.77. Between these two irrational numbers. See, 0.71, 712, 7123 dash dash dash. This is an irrational number between 0.7 and 0.77. Non-terminating, non-repeating. What is irrational number? Non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. So like that, 0.72, 723, 7234 dash dash dash. Like this, irrational numbers. So many you can write in between 0.7 and 0.77. This is the fourth question. Understood? Now, fifth question. Find the value of root 5 up to 3 decimal places. Already, root 2, value of root 2 and explained in the previous class. So then children, you have to do as homework. Root 5 up to 3 decimal places. And find the value of root 7 up to 6 decimal places. These two, 5th and 6th, your homework. Understood? Now, locate 7th question. Locate root 10 on the number line. Okay. Keep aside that one. See 8th question. Later I will explain that. 8th question. Find at least 2 irrational numbers between 2 and 3. See 8th question, 2 and 3. Between 2 and 3 irrational numbers. As usual, 2 you can write as in decimal form 2.0. 3, 3.0. Okay. So, in between 2.0 and 3.0, what are the numbers? Actually, what are the rational numbers? Rational numbers between, say any two rational number between 2.0 and 3.0, 2.1, 2.2, these are all up to 2.9, between 2.0 and 3.0, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.3, 2.4, like that. Okay. Now, take these two. Take any two rational numbers, 2.1 and 2.2. Between these two, you can write any irrational number. So, 2 point, just before you wrote now like that, 2.10, 100, 100, 1000, like that. These are all, this is an irrational number between 2.1 and 2.2. It means this is in between 2 and 3. So, like that, 2.15, 156, 1567, dash, dash, dash. Like these irrational numbers, many you can write in between 2 and 3. Okay, children. Next, see ninth question. State whether the following statements are true or false. Justify your answers. Every irrational number is a real number. True or false? Every irrational number is a real number. Yes, true. Why? Because every irrational number, just the combination of rational numbers and irrational numbers, the set is called real number set, isn't it? So then all the irrational numbers are real numbers. All the rational numbers are real numbers. So every irrational number is a real number, true. And second one, every rational number is a real number. Yes. All the rational numbers are also real numbers. So second one also true. And third one, every real number need not be a rational number. Every real number need not be a rational number. Yes, true. Every real number means real numbers are few are rational numbers and few are irrational numbers. Rational and irrational together real numbers. So then here every real number need not be a rational number. So why? Because few will be irrationals. Irrational numbers also real numbers. See, root 2 irrational. That is also a real number. Understood? So the third statement is true. And fourth one, root n is not irrational. Root n, square root n is not irrational. Not irrational means what? Not irrational means rational. Understood? Not irrational means it is rational. Root n is rational if n is a perfect square. If n is a perfect square, right? Say any perfect square. 4. Okay, root 4 is 2. So it is rational. Yes. Root 4 is a perfect square. So root 4 is 2 is a rational number. So what is the statement? Root n is not irrational if n is a perfect square. Yes, true. Not irrational means rational. Root n is rational when n is perfect square. Okay, so it is true statement. And next, fifth one, root n is rational. Root n is irrational. Root n is irrational if n is not a perfect square. Yes, true. N is not perfect square. 3, not a perfect square. Root 3 is irrational. Okay, if n is not perfect square, then root n is irrational. So true statement. Next, sixth one, all real numbers are irrational. All real numbers are irrational. What about rational? Okay, it is false statement. Rational numbers also real numbers. So all real numbers are irrational is false. Understood, children? Now see, locate. See, locate. So all the real number means the real number we can represent on the number line. So root 2, how can you represent on the number line? Represent, locate or represent. Represent root 2 on a number line. How to represent on the number line? See, for this you have to go for Pythagoras theorem. What is the Pythagoras theorem? What is this angle? Right angle. Now in the right angle triangle, let it be ABC. Angle B is right angle. Then what is AC called? Hypotenuse. Now by Pythagoras theorem, what is that? AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Okay, this is Pythagoras theorem. In right angle triangle, right angle at angle B and AC is called hypotenuse. So hypotenuse square is equal to square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So based on this theorem, you have to represent root 2 on the number line. See, let it be draw a line, number line, and mark 0. Okay, so this is 0 only, but point name, let it be O. Now take 1 unit here, 0 to 1. 1 unit, at 1 unit you have to mark as A. The point mark as A. So OA is 1 unit. Understood? OA is 1 unit. This is 0 and this is 1. Okay, this is the place of position of 1 and this is the position, 0. This is the position of 1. Okay. Now, at A, draw perpendicular. Draw perpendicular on number line at A. Okay. Draw a perpendicular line. Now, take compass. OA, how much? 1 unit. 1 unit only with the compass, with A as center, cut the ray. Understood, children? Take 1 unit. This is 1 unit OA. Okay? Take 1 unit as radius with your compass. Draw arc. Cut the ray at B. Let it be B. Understood? This is how much? 1 unit. Understood, children? Now, join OB. Okay? Now, see, what is the Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square. This is O. This is A. And this is O. And this is B. Now, this is 1 unit. OA 1 unit. And this is also 1 unit. AB also 1 unit. So, this is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square, OB square is equal to OA square plus AB square. Remember. So, then OB square is equal to 1 square plus 1 square. 1 square means 1 plus 1, that is 2. OB square is equal to 2. So, OB is equal to how much? Square root of 2. Okay. So, it means this is OB is root 2 units. Understood, children? So, OA, you have to take 1 unit. At A, draw perpendicular to number line. And same, take 1 unit with compass. And at draw an arc by cutting the ray at B. Okay, with 1 unit. And join OB, we will get OB measure root 2 units. Now, with OB radius, draw an arc, cut the number line at a point. Let it be, this is C. Now, this is the position of root 2 on the number line. Understood, children? OC is root 2 units. Understood? So, this is the position of root 2 on the number line. Clear? Now, root 3 how to represent? What about root 3? See, here, suppose root 3. Here, let it be ABC. This is root 2 units and this is 1 unit. If you take like that, then what about AC? AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AB square means 1 square plus BC square root 2 whole square. Now 1 square is 1. Root 2 whole square is 2. So 1 plus 2, 3. So AC square is equal to 3. Now AC is equal to root 3. Clear? By using this method, you have to draw. See, this is root 2 units only. Now OB you got now you root 2 units. And at B, draw perpendicular. Draw perpendicular at B on OB. OB की perpendicular. Draw perpendicular to OB at B. Okay. Now again take 1 unit. See here how much 1 unit? That measure only, and with B as center cut the ray again. Now this is, let it be D. Okay. Now this is 1 unit. If you join OD, we will get root 3 units. Understood? Root 2 square. Root 2 whole square is 2. And 1 square is 1. So 2 plus 1, 3. So square root of 3. Okay? OD square is equal to 3. OD is equal to root 3. So then this is measure of root 3. Now with compass, with OD as radius, draw an arc with O as center to cut the, like this only children. OD as radius, draw an arc to cut the number line. This is the point. Let it be E. This is the position of root 3 on the number line. Understood children? So like that you can represent all the irrational numbers also on the number line. So that's why they are called real numbers. Real number means we can represent on the number line. So rational we can represent on the number line, and irrationals also we can represent on the number line like this method. Understood children? Now what is our question? Root 10 on the number line. See, every time need not construct root 2. Here for root 3, we have to construct root 3 first. Root 2 represent on the number line, and on that root 2 you have to take root 3. Okay, you have to draw root 3. But for root 5 and root 10, you need not go for full method. You can go short method. Root 5 on the number line. So root 5 how to represent on the number line? See, as usual, Pythagoras theorem only. Here A, B, C. Suppose if you take here 2 units and this is 1 unit, what about AC square? AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Now AB square means 1 square plus BC square is 2 square. 1 square, 1 plus 2 square, 4. So 1 plus 4, 5. So then AC is equal to square root of 5. Can you get? AC is equal to square root of 5. Okay? So like that, directly take 2 units as base and take 1 unit, another leg of the right angle triangle, then hypotenuse, we will get root 5. Now like that, root 10. Take 3 units. 3 units and here 1 unit. Then we will get ABC. Now AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. 1 square plus 3 square. 1 plus 9, that is 10. So AC is equal to root of 10. So like that, by using these, we can represent root 5 and root 10 on the number line directly. Understood? Now, see, try these, page number 12. Locate root 5 and minus root 5 on the number line. Okay? See, root 5 and minus root 5 on the number line. Draw a line. As usual, mark 0 means this is, position is O. Let it be O. The point is O. And from here to 2 units. Here to 1 unit and here to another unit. 2 units. Take 2 units. 2 units as base and let this point as A. And now as usual, draw perpendicular to number line at the position A, at A. Okay, now here 2 units and here have to take only 1 unit. See, measure this 1 unit, how much will be? That much you have to take and cut the ray with 1 unit radius. Here this is 1 unit. Let it be, this is B point. Now join OB. This becomes, we will get root 5. See, 2 square plus 1 square is 4 plus 1, 5. So square root of 5 is root 5. So with O as center and with OB as radius, draw arc cutting the number line at the point C. This is the position of root 5 on the number line. Understood, children? Now what about minus root 5? Same. See, here on the number line, if suppose this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and here the same 1 unit left, this is minus 1. Like that, this is minus 2. The same measure only, na? So now here the same measure OB. OB measure only, left of 0. Coming like that, draw arc cutting left of 0. This is the position of minus root 5. Understood, children? So like that, root 5 and minus root 5 on the number line you have to represent like this method. Understood? Now root 10 like this only. You have to take here 3 units. Root 10 on the number line. Here take 3 units. 1, 2, 3. 3 units. Now this is, let it be A. Okay. Now at A, draw a perpendicular line to the number line and 1 unit. Measure 1 unit here. Measure 1 unit. How much? Take that 1 unit as radius and cut the perpendicular line at B. Now join OB. Then this is root 10. So now with O as center and with OB as radius, draw arc by cutting on the number line at C. This is the position of root 10. Understood, children? Like this you have to do. You can locate number root 10 on the number line. Understood, children? Okay. So exercise 1.2 completed. Now next exercise, representing real numbers on the number line through successive magnification. Successive magnification. See, exercise 1.3, visualize 2.874. Visualize 2.874 on the number line using successive magnification. Here 4 steps will be there. What is the first step? First, see, observe the number, given number. This is in between which 2 integers? What are the integers? Both the sides of this number. Okay. See, 2.8. 2.8 means this is in between 2 and 3. Okay. So, 2 and 3. Between 2 and 3. Okay, now like this. So, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that number line. So, between 2 and 3, this number will be there. Okay. Now, draw another number line. Second step, expand this 2 and 3, expand. Okay. 2, how can you write as decimal form? 2.0. 2 means 2.0. Now 2.0 after 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9. Next 3.0. So 3 means it is 3.0. Understood, children? This is the second step. Now third step. Here this is number 2.8. 2.87. 2.8 this one only. But 2.87 right in between 2.8 and 2.9 or in between 2.8 and 2.7? It is in between 2.8 and 2.9. So the number, our number will be in between 2.8 and 2.9. So now expand this one again. 2.8. Here this is 2.8 means 2.80, 2.81, 2.82, 2.83, 2.84, 2.85, 2.86, 2.87, 2.88, 2.89, 2.90. It means this is 2.9 and this is 2.8. Understood, children? Okay. Now, in these numbers, which number? This is the given number. In between which two numbers? Which two rational numbers? See, 2.874, 2.87, 2.88. Here 2.874 in between 2.87 and 2.88. So in between these two our number will be. Okay, children. So then expand again this one. 2.870, 2.871, 2.872, 2.873, 2.874, 2.875, 2.876, 2.877, 2.878, 2.879, 2.88. Understood, children? So this is 2.88 and this is 2.87. Clear? Now what is our number? Where it is? 2.874. This is the position of 2.874. Understood, children? So this is 4 steps. First step, the number is in between which two integers you have to find. Find first this is in between which two integers. Write like that, first step. And second step, expand 2 and 3 between one decimal number. So with one decimal numbers 2.0, 3.0 between 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 like that. You have to expand the number line. Next, this number is in between 2.87 means this is 2.8 and 2.9 between. The number is in between 2.8 and 2.9. So expand this one again with 2 decimal places. With 2 decimals. So 2.8 means 2.80 with 2 decimals. And 2.81, 2.82, 2.83 like that you have to write up to 2.9. Now here third digit. What is the third decimal? 4. So 2.874. So 2.874 in between 2.87 and 2.88. So then this part again you have to expand. Now 2.870 and this is 2.88. In between here this is the position of 2.874. So like that you have to represent by using the successive magnification. Understood, children? And next visualize 5.28 bar. Here 5.28 bar. So that one you have to try to do. That is your homework. Okay. How to do? See, just I will give hint. You have to do as homework. You can do. If I give a hint, 5.28 bar means what? 5.28 dash dash dash. Okay. Up to 3 decimals only it is enough. So you here observe that nearest value of this one. Here fourth decimal is more than 5. Fourth decimal is greater than 5. So then you have to take this one as 4. You can increase this one. The nearest number is 5.283. So this represent on the number line with magnification form. Okay.